Ashley,
Yeah.
right? Okay, I can never tell if it's Ashley.
Another
She looks different
estate-
every time I see her. She's
Another
like a
estate item,
chameleon,
which we're super
you know?
excited about. Ooh.
I know, I love. This is the cute, and also new, darlings,
Yes.
new. And it's mostly cotton. It's got a little nylon, a little rayon, but it's like 60% cotton, and it just is that wonderful hand knit looking kind of Aran, right? Wouldn't you call that a kind of like an Irish kind of an Aran?
Absolutely, a little cable stitch that we're saying.
Cable, and it's so also beautifully set. It's got like the plumbness, like the perfection of the way that thing is made, right?
It's beautifully
With the zip
streamlined,
front.
and I love like the vertical activity you've got going on. So it's 60% cotton, 40% acrylic. It's a first look, so one of our 6 designer drops. Only order this season. You're seeing the tulip red on Jackie. She's 5'9". She's wearing that in the large. And it is that perfect zip sweater.
The little leather tab.
I love a zip sweater.
I love.
Like, I love a zip cardigan. I
know,
love
there should
it.
be another word
There
for
should
love.
be, because I literally do.
Especially
so,
when it has a little like leatherine kind of tab on the zipper.
Okay.
Like, is there anything better than a little leather tab on a zipper?
That's
okay?
the clove. So
They're
again,
gorgeous.
we keep seeing, like we'll see a clove, which again is
yes,
his
we will.
collection. Here's the dark navy. Which is
Divine.
beautiful.
Oh, it's so
And then
beautiful.
here is your tulip red that Jackie has on.
Crazy for
Sizes are going to be
this.
extra, extra small through 5X tulip red. The navy, I almost feel like I want to pop on the clove,
You
but
should.
I would love for you to give us a tour.
Okay.
Because I feel like there's so many different stitches here. And what
Right.
was your intention? Like, why bring us a zip card?
Well, literally, you know, I was in my archive this morning.
Oh,
my
cool.
archive, which is just filled with things. And one of the things I actually came across was one of the first sweaters I did like this, like in, 1996 or something like
I
that.
love that
So
idea.
I've been doing the idea of these kind of beefy stitched up kind of cardigans, like hand stitched cardigans. And sweaters and pullovers and turtlenecks, but we're talking about now like this kind of it's like a piece in the legacy of Isaac Mizrahi.
Oh, I love it.
That's what
Yep.
estate is all about. You know, it's the idea of legacy, of like you will get
Yes.
this piece and it will literally be something you will it's heritage, darling. It comes from a place and it's going to go to a place. You're not going to, this is going to be like an heirloom, you know?
Right.
And so every single season I try to think of a way to bring this whole Aran stitch thing into the future, right? So each like year
that's never comfortable.
we try to find some interesting way to bring a cable forward. And in this case, we did it in this kind of way where you can see how different that
look
is
how pretty.
from your average. So
Yep.
it's a real designer cable that we made up, right? And then you have these kind of real, it's like a shakery stitch in between.
yeah.
And then this incredible
I like it
kind
along
of
the
garter
sides.
stitch.
Yeah.
The garter stitch thing always kills me. I love a garter stitch more than anything.
That's under the
in
arm
world.
as well.
It's under the arm,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep.
But it just gives it a kind of like another texture to look at. And then the back is all shaker, right?
Yep.
So that to me makes it so special. And again, it's mostly cotton. So think of your like days that are coming up when you're going to need a little something to go out or under your coat. Because when you get inside, it might be a little chilly that you're going to take off and put on and take off and put on. Think about layering, okay? I feel like this is a really essential thing to layer because it could be your little outerwear piece for the next month or two.
Absolutely.
Right?
It's
Yeah.
the only order of the year. Again,
So
this
good
is
in
like
navy.
not quite
I
my
love it.
size, but I just wanted to share with you, like, look how amazing this navy looks on. I mean, I put it on over the eyelash of the mock neck. So it's got that layering quality to it. If you're somebody who's going in and out of personal summers, trust me, I know exactly what you're talking about. We need a zip. We need something that we can, and then we like put it back on again, and
Well,
we're like,
that's the thing.
I feel like that's
And you know what?
happens.
It's like
you literally want to throw off your clothes. That's what happens when you're like, I can't get them off fast enough, and then your temperature drops, and you're like, and I'm freezing. Let me put it right back on again. So this is like the perfect piece, but the zip, Isaac,
it
I
just
feel
goes
like it makes
on.
it cool.
Yeah.
I think it makes like as in there's like a cool contemporary aspect
Yes.
to it, right? And it also because the mock neck is so super chic, and because of all the detail, that's what makes
So
this an
beautiful.
Isaac Mizrahi piece. Can you get a zip front cardigan at a big box store? Sure you can. Can you get one for a lower price than this? Sure you can. But
Yeah,
guess
but
what?
you're
It
never
doesn't.
gonna get-
It's basic.
And
It
by
is
the way-
a basic zip up, no stitch details, no pockets, not necessarily the quality of the cotton that you're seeing in this, the
No,
cotton
this is
and the
that
acrylic.
grade A.
Exactly. Not something that's going to have
Cotton
this
and
durability.
acrylic,
Like
right.
if you are wanting fast fashion, honey, go spend that $40, $50
No,
on that
this is
fast
slow
fashion.
fashion,
That
darling,
disintegrates disintegrates
fashion.
after one season. You're going to have this for years and years because Isaac, as he said, it's estate, it's heritage. This is a piece I could have had in 1984 that I was going to my private school in.
Totally.
Like that's what I would have. It was a little preppy private school.
Yep.
And I needed sweaters like this. We had plaid skirts and we wore
well, we
little
have some plaid
loafers
skirts
because that's
here.
how we do. Right, if you're in a
Totally.
little private school. The one that I have on, of course, is the navy. So if you want to get the color
So
that's like
good.
of the sport that you're loving, here's the clove, and the clove and the red really set off you being able to see the cabling detail.
Totally.
That's really popular, the clove, because you can really see
I also
it.
love this kind of like tall kind of mock neck.
Oh, yeah.
Even when it's open, it just kind of finishes and frames a little bit.
Yeah.
Even when it's open, when it's zipped front and maybe you have a little revere action going on, or if you zip it all the way up like Jacques did a little bit earlier. And by the way, Jacques could be wearing that as just a little top, like a nice bulky kind of a beefy kind of a little sweater top with nothing underneath or a little camisole underneath or something, right?
Okay.
Easy to do, but then think of it as a layering piece. And you know what, Rachel, like, I'm looking at you and I'm thinking of like the inspiration behind like a mock neck zip front like this. You know, there's a casualness to it.
Yeah.
Now, of course, the elevation of all that stitching and the beautiful way that it's done. It looks like a hand knit sweater with all the fully fashioning and the linking and the beautiful, beautiful work. But then there's a casualness too. Like it's almost
because
like
of the zip.
your favorite, like, what do they call those? Like tracksuit?
Your favorite,
thing?
yeah.
It's your favorite
Yeah.
tracksuit.
It's your
but
favorite
think of it,
topper.
your favorite topper, but done in that gorgeous, like sweater, Aran kind of hand
Aran
knit
craft kind of way.
cotton. It's